Alright guys, so for everything on the table, for the most part, it's going to be stuff that's going to be either on our bodies or in our hip belts. Something we can get to pretty quickly and something we can access on the trail. Not including food. So the first thing I have is a Suunto compass with a magnifying glass, and it's got the little measurements on the side. And then I have a lock sack, which I'm going to fold up and show the trail, the map of where we're going, and then I'm going to fold it or cut it down to show the trail that we're going to be taking, and put that in here so that we can easily see that in case there's any confusion. Second thing that is going to be very easy to get to is going to be the first aid kit. If you can tell, this is pretty small compared to most of my first aid kits, but I think it'll be more than enough. Again, I'm trying to go lightweight, or at least weight conscious, and this first aid kit is 2.2 ounces with medications. Okay, so I have Advil, Pepto-Bismol, aspirin, and Imodium. And then I have triple antibiotic ointment, band-aids, gauze, burn cream, some steri strips, and some emergency water purification. Pretty much a glorified boo-boo kit is basically what this is. I'm not expecting anything life-threatening, and if it is, we aren't going to be too far away from, you know, getting help. And there's other items that we're bringing that can be used for first aid. So that's going to be top of the pack, easy to grab in case somebody's having a heart attack and I can get them an aspirin or something. Next thing is going to be, we're each going to have a roll of this toilet paper, just close by if we need to stop on the trail. Not if, when we need to stop on the trail. We're each going to have one of these just so we don't have to be digging around in each other's packs. They don't weigh much at all. I think it's like an ounce. So we're each going to have one of those carry. And then also got some wet wipes, some baby wipes, to do a little bit more cleaning up on the trail. So that's those, and those weigh about 2 ounces. Should be enough for the 2.5 days that we're going to be there. But just a little bit more of a comfort item, but I think it's definitely the way to go. For my fiance's stuff, she's going to be carrying the Tika Plus 2 from Petzl for the headlamp. I think you should always keep your headlamp in your hip belt just in case you end up hiking farther into the dark, farther than you thought. The first night, we're just leaving after she's done with work, and it takes us about 2 hours to get there, and then we got an hour to 2 hour hike before we get to our first camp. So we might be using this to set up camp on the first night, so it's just nice to know where it's at and that it's easily accessible. Next thing for her is going to be the Gerber Dime, just a small multi-tool. You never know. This got tweezers on it for like ticks or splinters. It's got a small set of pliers, small knife, scissors, tons of stuff. I've done other videos with this thing. I have 2 of them. I love these things. It's pretty lightweight. 2.4 ounces, and for the kind of sense of mind that it gives me for her having this on her, I think it's worth it. And the last thing, for the most part, is her knife. So I got this knife in a trade. It's basically a modified Amora Classic. I'm not sure if it's the Classic 1 or 2. It is carbon steel, and then it's got a molded, really beautiful handle on it. I think it's wood and a variety of other things. But with the curve that is put right here, the little choil, it's a little bit small for my comfort. I could use it definitely, but if I were to use it for a long period of time, it's going to cut me and get me a hot spot right there. So it fits my fiance's hands almost perfectly, and so this is her knife. she'll probably either be wearing it on her belt if she carries one. I'm not sure if she's going to yet. Or on her hip belt. Just kind of slide it in on her pack so it's easily accessible. Yeah. For me, I'm going to try these out. It's you put them on the back of your glasses so they don't fall off. It's going to be really hot, like I said in the previous video, 90s. So it's going to get sweaty and I don't want to lose my glasses. So you got those that'll be with me. Going along with that, I have my Sun clip-ons. I know I'm a big nerd, but I haven't forked out the dough to get prescription sunglasses yet. So those, Nicole will also have her sunglasses. I just don't have those out here. I have my SAK Farmer, which is about 3 ounces. That's the multi-tool I'm going to be carrying on me. Some chapstick so I don't burn my lips. Your lips are like the thinnest skin on your body that's often exposed to the sun. And like I said, with the heat, I don't want to get sunburned. So the headlamp I'm going to be taking is just the Petzl E-Light. Most people take this as a backup to a different headlamp, but with my fiance having the other Petzl, I think will be more than good. And this is really lightweight. It's let me find on my list here. It's 0.9 ounces, so you just can't go better with that. And I really like the red modes for in camp at night. I also have some hand sanitizer, just a 1 ounce bottle for after using the bathroom or before eating. That I'm going to be keeping out in my hip belt. I'm going to be maybe carrying in my pocket my Fire Steel from Nick over at Gear Nut. I wrapped it in twine. This is a magnesium handle. Wrapped this part, the dog bone part, in twine. It does have a lanyard on it for carrying it around your neck. I think it's going to be too hot for anything around my neck, so I think I'm just going to carry it in my pocket and take this lanyard off. But that'll be easy, and this will give me some tinder, some cordage, and some more tinder, and then a way to start a fire very easily. And next thing is a buff. So my fiance is going to be taking a bandana, which somewhere around here. You guys know what it looks like. I don't need to show it. Bandana weighs about 1 ounce. The buff weighs 1.3 ounces. So to me, it's worth it. I think it's a pivotal item to have in your pocket whenever we pass a stream. You know, dip it in water. I can put it on my head. I can use it to pre-filter some water. I can use it for tourniquets, for a wound dressing, for a sling. There's a million things I can do with it, and it's just a great item to have. You can kind of wipe your face as you're sweating, and then dip it in a creek or river or lake or whatever, and cool yourself down a little bit, and that'll just help make the day easier. Last thing, besides food and water that's going to be easily reached, is going to be my Pathfinder trade knife. Now, like I said, I'm weight conscious on this trip, and at 9.1 ounces, this is not really a weight conscious knife. However, when I tell you the story behind it, it will make more sense, but I'm going to do that in another video. I'm going to talk about lightweight knives, and we'll go from there. But this is just kind of easily accessible gear we're going to have on us or in our hip belts.